Sankarshan, he is Mahasankarshan, and the three Purushas are Krishna. They're all his expansions. You know. So, where are we getting this information from Chaitanya Charitamrita? How did Chaitanya Charitamrita come into existence? You know, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, you know, he received mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. You know, uh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, they have a temple, and the priest did not receive Maniketan Ramdas, one of the Dwadas Gopals of Nityananda Prabhu. You know, then Maniketan Ramdas became upset, and he broke his flute and left. Another Brahmaharshana here. So that night, in the conversation, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami defended Nityananda Prabhu's position when his brother expressed certain concerns. And the same night, he had a dream of Nityananda Prabhu, you know, the transcendental spiritual body, you know, Balramji, of course, he had a Nityananda Prabhu darshan actually, surrounded by Dwadas Gopals. So go to Vrindavan and your desires will be fulfilled. Hare Krishna. And so he wrote, because he came to Vrindavan. And guess what? Of the so many devotees who received the order to write Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is actually Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, you know, he feels it is by Nityananda Prabhu's grace and Madan Mohan's grace he got his opportunity to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he would attend the lectures of Raghunath Das Goswami. What made Raghunath into Raghunath Das Goswami? It is mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. A rich man's son trying to run away many again and again, but he didn't get the opportunity. Only when Nityananda Prabhu placed his feet on the head of Raghunath Das Goswami and blessed him, and Raghunath Das Goswami served, conducted Fanihas festival and served the devotees. Only then he got the opportunity to escape and eventually become that celebrity, that celebrated Raghunath Das Goswami, whose classes Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami had again attend. And eventually he got the opportunity to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. The another book on Lord Chaitanya was written by Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is actually Vyasadev in Krishna Lila, but who happens to be disciple of Nityananda Prabhu. And Chaitanya Mangal, written by Lochan Das Thakur, was a great devotee of Nityananda Prabhu. And the success is our movement is led by 6 Goswamis, added by Rupa Goswami. How did Rupa Goswami receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Rupa and Sanatan and Anupam, that night when they went in to meet Lord Chaitanya, first they got the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Who took them to, who made them receive blessings of Haridas Thakur and eventually Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who conducted first Governmental Parikrama and showed all the places and revealed the eternality of Governmental Parikrama, the Governmental Bhumi. All the Leelas, the way the Leelas in Vrindavan happen every day. Krishna is there in Vrindavan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his Leelas, they continuously happen in Mayapur. Haribol. And who conducted the first governmental parikrama? Nityananda Prabhu. He took Jiva Goswami, took him around. And he told Jiva Goswami to go to Varanasi and study there, and then eventually go to Vrindavan. Nityananda Prabhu said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave your family Vrindavan. Gave Vrindavan to your entire family. And that is how even Jiva Goswami received the blessings of Nityananda Hare Krishna. You know? So, so Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya went to South India and he converted he transformed everyone into, Hare Krishna, excuse me. He transformed, with his glance, he infused Krishna Prema in everyone's hearts. But when we came back, thousands and thousands and thousands, whatever it is, where did they come from? And eventually, Shashidhar Mahaprabhu went to North, and there are millions of people. And because of who's preaching? Preaching of Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. Hare Krishna. You know? So, नाम नित्यानंद तुम्ही रूप नित्यानंद यही रूप नित्यानंद राम मूर्ति मंता. Your name is Nityananda. You know, you know, your form is Nityananda means eternal bliss. नाम नित्यानंद तुम्ही रूपे नित्यानंद ये रूपे नित्यानंद राम मूर्ति. So you are, you know, he is eternally eternal bliss. Hare Krishna. You know. So he was born from Adaya Pandit, a Maithili Brahmana. And his wife was Padmavati, very chaste wife lady, chaste mother of Nityananda Prabhu. No? So, and Nityananda Prabhu would perform these leelas from Ramayana and from Srimad Bhagavatam. You know? And so how it came from, they performed this pastime of Krishna's birth and performed the pastime of, you know, Krishna killing Putana. You know, how in that night Vasudev shifted Krishna to, he crossed Yamuna and he crossed Yamuna and shifted Krishna to Gokul Mahavan, and took Yogamaya back to uh, back to the prison. And how Krishna killed Putana, excuse me, how Krishna killed Sakatasur, you know, how he killed eventually the Kamsa. And before that, breaking the attended Dhanurayajna and breaking that bow, and defeated the elephant Kuvalayapida and eventually killed Kamsa. And in Ram Lila, uh, how to build the bridge. So as Hanuman, somebody would go in search of Sita and found. Then Ram told Hanumanji, uh, if Sita is in Lanka, we should go. They built a bridge. They fought with uh, demoniac soldiers. Eventually, Lord Ram killed Ravan and they went home. They came back to Ayodhya. So it is. Then somebody said, "How do you know?" So in that famous pastime, the boy playing the role of Ravana throws a Sakti Shila, one lotus flower. Sakti Shila, weapon on Lakshman, whose role was performed by Nityanand Prabhu. But as soon as that lotus flower touched Nityanand Prabhu fell down unconscious. Then the parents came to know, they came running, crying. Everyone, everyone knew, nobody knew what to do. And suddenly one boy said, Nityanand Prabhu said this would happen, So one boy should go and bring Sanjeevani. So the boy was designated as Hanuman. He went to bring Sanjeevani. On the way, he killed the crocodile. He also killed the demon, brought the soul Sanjeevani mountain, and Sushen took a herb from that mountain and uh, put it before Nityanand Prabhu. Nityanand Prabhu got up. You know, and said, how do you know all these things? You have not gone to school yet. We have not taught you yet. How do you know? The teachers tell you what to do and you do exactly what they tell you to do. And naturally you'll acquire that knowledge. But he said, these are all my leelas. What do you mean these are my leelas? Because under Yoga Maya's impression, because they are all under the illusion of they were all kept under Yoga Maya. Nobody understood. But Nityanand Prabhu knew the purpose of his life. What is Nityanand Prabhu's purpose of life? Huh? Assist Gaur Sundar.
Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shiksha.
That's it. Assist Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Sundar, who descended to spread Krishna consciousness and deliver everyone back to spiritual world. So, uh, so he knew he had to leave. When he became 12, his father and mother, they're very attached to the Adaya Pandit and Padmavati, very attached to Nityananda. His father would become, bewildered when he would not find his son. So, but on the plan, on the desert of Nityananda Prabhu, a Brahmin came. So they took one sadhu comes to their home, Adaya Pandit home, and this family said, "No problem, we'll serve you nicely." So they told him take prasad. They said, "Well, take prasad only if you give me what I want." "Oh yeah, I will give you whatever you want. Please take prasad." He took prasad. But the next day he was leaving. He said, "I'm a sannyasi. I need an assistant. Please send me your son." That was like a heartbreaking experience for the father and mother. I have a question for all of you. When somebody comes and tells, send me your son, will you send your son? Huh? How many of you will give your children?
Hare Krishna, no, Prabhu.
Nobody will give. So you'll give probably 50 rupees extra or $50 extra. But they gave. He went and asked his wife, Padmavati. But Mother Padmavati said to Hadeh Pandit, whatever you do is my pleasure. And they just, with great pain, they sent Nityananda Prabhu with the sannyasi. But after that, they couldn't take it. In 3 months, feeling intense separation from their child. They both left the world. And Nityananda Prabhu was living with this sannyasi. His mother was feeling separation from him. They gave him a murali, she gave him the sannyasi gives, I think Nityananda Prabhu gives murali Dhara deity. Even today it is there in Ekshakrakshta. Worship with Padmavati. So the point is, so Nityananda Prabhu eventually left that Brahman sannyasi and he traveled went on pilgrimage like he did. So what is that? So he traveled at different places. Then he went to Vrindavan eventually. He was living in Sringarvat. And one day he heard a message. Gaur Sundar has inaugurated Sankirtan movement. You should go to Navadvip. Then Nityananda Prabhu, he went to Navadvip. We all know the story. How he uh, I'm sorry, what is that? I lost my connection. Then when Nityananda Prabhu went with, he was in Sringarvat. Then, he heard us, Akashvani, the Gaur Sundar inaugurated Sankirtan movement. You should go to Navadvip. Immediately Nityananda Prabhu came. Very interesting. Until this day, he did not preach. Because he was waiting for the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He stayed in Nandanacharya's home. Then Lord Chaitanya came and met him with devotees. And one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave an order. So, he gave this order to Nityananda Prabhu and he gave this order to Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro Krishna Siksha. Krishna Mata Krishna Pita Krishna Pranadhan. Go door to door and beg. As well as Radhana Swami says, beg means you are lower and the donor is higher. And what is that you are begging? Actually, they are not begging, they are giving. But if they give, people may not take. That's why they are begging. In begging, no doubt you will take it. Then other person, the donor is an upper hand. But if you beg Harinam, or you're begging them to chant holy name, then what happens? People who are sincere would take up the Harinam. Some people, they would doubt them. We know. You'd come like this in the daytime and you'd study your whole house. What is where? And in the nights, these people come to steal. No, go away. They would slam the door. Kyan Prabhu had no problem. Hare Krishna. He was so strict in the Upper Yuga as, because Romarshana Sutta, it be, so the same blade grass which Nityananda Prabhu killed, Balramji killed Romarshana, he would put that blade of grass in the mouth and would go door to door and beg them, please chant Krishna's name. And his partner was Haridas Thakur. Usually, whenever we perform this Jagama, they passed him in the temples, and they try to create a funny atmosphere. No. I mean, what is that? Uh, First time they tried, they escaped. They felt, Jagai and Mother felt it was like this. How dare you come and even? Nobody would ever dare even come talk to us. You're telling us what to do. We'll kill you. And they ran away. They ran away. So, but the second time he made sure he was alone. So second time when he went, Nityananda Prabhu went, said, brothers, please don't waste human life. Chant Krishna's name. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Guru Krishna. Guru Siksha. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Guru Krishna Siksha. Krishna Madhav, Krishna Vida, Krishna Pranadhan. So anyway, the point is, second time he went and Madhaya was angry. He picked up a liquor pot and smashed his head. And caused him to bleed. Nityananda said, I have no problem. And Jagam Madai hit him very hard. He was bleeding. Still, Nityananda pleaded. Wow, what a preacher he was. Lord Chaitanya came on the grounds. Said, Chakra, Chakra. And everyone was witnessing this whole thing. They happened to even witness the chakra coming from the spiritual world. Wow. So anyway, Lord Chaitanya, what is that? Lord Chaitanya acted as a, I think it's all plan. The plan is, of course, plan as it unfolds like this. And Mother was getting ready to kill Nityananda Prabhu again. And what is that? Lord Chaitanya comes, devotees tell Lord Chaitanya, they are killing Nityananda. Lord Chaitanya said, Chakra, Chakra. Chakra from spiritual world came as everyone was watching. And when Jaya and Mother, they saw this, they became scared, they became they became fearful. Nityananda Prabhu said, if you, this incarnation, you don't kill. If you kill like that, you know, there are so many people. I'm sorry. So what is that? Invoked Chakra and Nityananda Prabhu said you have to kill everyone. Jagai is the one who saved me. Jagai saved you. Lord Chaitanya embraced him and gave Krishna frame. And Mother said, whatever you gave to him, give to me too. No, you're an offender. No, no, please. If you have mercy, then of Nityananda Prabhu, I'll do it. So Mother fell at the feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Then he told the devotees, bring them to our camp. Where is their camp? Shiva Sangan. Then he told the devotees, don't speak illa there first. Anyway, what is that? Uh, Karuna. Lord Chaitanya was actually preaching to Sarvam Bhattacharya, he was preaching to Prakashananda Saraswati, he's preaching to Rup and Sanatan, preaching to Pratapudra Maharaj. Wow. Nityananda Prabhu was preaching to drug addicts, gamblers. And he was preaching to ladies. We'll never come across that type of personalities actually in our life. How many of you think like that? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Parama Karuna Pahundui Jana Nitai Gaurachandra Sabhavatara Sarasiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. Deka ore nae Tribhuvane nae. Deka ore nae Tribhuvane nae. Sudruda Vishvasa Kori. So anyway, what is that? Uh, they went door to door and delivered people actually. So Lord Chaitanya would deliver the class and Nityananda would deliver the mass. Hare Krishna. Parama Karuna. One time Srila Prabhupada was in Atlanta and Prabhupada, instead of singing Jaradamadu, he sang this song. And Prabhupada cried. Prabhupada became ecstatic. And Prabhupada stopped Kirtan and went inside. Anyway, what is that? This story. The Nityananda would wear wonderful jewelry. They're all ornaments of the bhakti. But Why Nityananda Prabhu would wear costly jewelry? He was an avadut actually. Why he would wear costly jewelry? Thieves would be, their thieves are attracted to jewelry. One time Nityananda Prabhu comes to Navadip actually. Actually, Lord Chaitanya told Nityananda Prabhu, don't come to Puri. Just go on to preach in Bengal. You know. Um, then one time he comes to Navadip. Navadip, a band of dacoit thieves, they see this. Wow. Finally, Goddess Chandi has given her mercy on us. Our problem solved. One thief said that necklace is mine. That ankle bells are mine. The choker is mine. That small necklace is mine. The ankle bells are mine. And armlets are mine. Likewise, they were sharing. That night, they went. Nityan, they were actually, what is that? They said, they're eating right now. We'll wait. We'll wait. As they were waiting, they fell asleep. When they woke up, sun was falling in their face. Hey, get up, get up, get up, get up. And you're the reason they were fighting. The chief of dacoits, he said, no, 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 I know why. What's the reason? Why? We have not worshipped goddess Chindi. That's why we are not successful. Hare Krishna. All right then, worship. You know. So they worshipped goddess Chindi. They came few days later to attack. Then they saw big, big soldiers. Each soldier can defend himself against 10 to 20 dacoits. They became scared. Hey, what is this sudden obstacle? Dacoit chief said, don't worry. Some big man, some king might have visited him. It is good only for us. He must have given a lot of money also. So we'll pass few more days. Let them go. So then what happened? Few days later they came again. There were no gods. Wow. Now we'll attack. Indra became very angry with them. As they were waiting to attack, suddenly it rained. And suddenly they became blind. Suddenly they became blind. And then blind, some of them fell in the ditch. And they were bitten by leeches and scorpions. And it's freezing cold. And suddenly the chief of dacoits had a realization. This is not an ordinary monk. This is Avadut. Extraordinary. That's the reason why despite our plans, we are not successful. So Nityananda Prabhu is actually servitor personality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead. The next day he came and he came with his gang and surrendered. When he came with his gang, everyone was looking at them. But Nityananda Prabhu, what he did, he surrendered his whole group. So then what is that? This preach. So Prabhupada said, once a year, all the temples from all the world, they should come to Navadvip and sing and dance to your heart content. Recharge your spiritual batteries. especially for the leaders, GVCs. What is that? That is it, sorry, Lord Chaitanya told Nityananda Prabhu at the end, you get married. Nityananda Prabhu said, my Lord, you understood this world, you came for a preaching and you took sannyas and you are asking me to get married. Hare Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya said, I cannot, as a sannyasi, I cannot go to some places. But as a grihastha, you can go. Then on the order of Lord Chaitanya, he came to this Suryadas Sarakela. He had two daughters, Vasudha and Jahnavi. And he married them. Vasudha gave birth to Ganga Mata and Virachandra, who is actually Kshiradaksa Vishnu. He also preached very vigorously. That one day Nityananda Prabhu discovered this Yamuna in Ekachakra. This Yamuna is not different from the Yamuna in Vrindavan. There is a story actually. One sadhu, he went and took bath in this Yamuna and he lost a stick. He lost a stick in the Yamuna waters. Old people need that stick, So then what happened? He eventually went to Vrindavan. And he started taking bath in Vrindavan, in Yamuna. And when he was taking bath in Yamuna, he felt something under his feet. He bent down and took it. It was his stick that he lost in Ekchakran, Yamuna. Haribol. Then he understood this Yamuna and that Yamuna are not different. So, what is that? And there he also, Chaitanya, he discovered a Bankimra deity. So after marriage, they moved to Kartaha, which is very close to Paniyati festival, actually. Paniyati, the place of Paniyati. And there Nityananda Prabhu made the base and he preached very vigorously. And eventually he disappeared. He entered into the deity of Bankim Rai, the deity that he discovered, and he disappeared from this. And after that, Jahna Mata, she became a big guru in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and they delivered so many people. So Jahna Mata was Ananga Manjari. And what is that? Jahnavi Bankim Rai deity. And eventually at the end, she also entered into the same deity. She disappeared. That's why today, if you go, you see Jahnavi Bankim Rai, the Muralidhar deity, and they put Jahna Mata deity also next to Radharani. So Srila Prabhupada, Paramakaruna Nityananda Prabhu. So the brothers, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu is actually Karuna incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually. So one time in Atlanta, he sang, as I said before, instead of Jayarada Madhav, he sang that day Paramakaruna. And Prabhupada became ecstatic. And Prabhupada, and went inside. Devotees did not know what to do. They started chanting. Sometime later, Prabhupada came out. And somebody asked Prabhupada, what should we do? Prabhupada said, whatever you have done is perfect. He chanted. So the point is, what is that? Uh, what is the point I want to make is prachar, achar, prachar. First, be convinced the time is short. Second thing is that we should try our best to follow Krishna consciousness perfectly. And prachar, give Krishna to others. Srila Prabhupada has done that. Such a vigorous way in such an advanced age. It's unfathomable actually. So, Nityananda Prabhu is the one who brought Lord Chaitanya to Shantipur after he took sannyas. And that way the devotees of Navadip could see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again. He's the one who went with Lord Chaitanya to Jagannath Puri. And when Lord Chaitanya went to South India, they said before he preached. He's Avadut. So he's always intoxicated that Krishna Prema. That's why that's the way he just gave freely Krishna Prema to everyone. Time is running out. I was reading actually yesterday. Krishna is telling Uddhava, we should, a tree, the bird keeps the nest on the tree and stays comfortably. But one day cruel people come and they cut the tree. When they cut the tree, the bird should not go back to the tree. If it goes back to the tree, the bird will be killed. So the tree should go to a different place, different nest. What does this purport, what does this story mean? Can you explain?
Or this is, I don't know, Prabhuji, but I'm just speculating, so please forgive me about that. The tree is representing our body. Nest is basically our possession in this house. When the body is taken away, all our possessions are gone. And one leaves the body, should never again come back to actually material body and aspire for achieving a spiritual body.
So, anyone wants to add anything? Otherwise, I can tell. That's it, bro. That's fine, actually. The nest refers to the body. You can stay in this body, but by the power of the providence, by the power of by the will, so that's why it's called cruelty. You want to stay in this body, but nature will not allow you. So when they cut the tree, means when the body becomes unfit to live, you should leave this body. You should not be attached to the body also, Krishna is telling Uddhava. So we are all practicing bhakti, trying to find a safer destination. Prabhupada says metal world is not a great place for gentleman or gentlewoman to stay. So one day, that nest, one day the tree will be cut. But before that, we need to vacate. I mean, when that before that day, no, we don't. We need to understand. We need to vacate, and this is a preparation. That's what I want to say today. Thank you very much. I don't have anything other than Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavarpanam, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you for the
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.